A quick family trip to the grocery store as this single mom adjusts to life with a family of 4 in a new home.
My name's Tina. I've been here at Candeo Housing. Actually, I moved in on my birthday. It was a birthday gift. And within that same week, my children came home. So my oldest one is Jordan. He's 13. My second one is Mercedes. She is 11. And my third is Corey, and he's 8. I worked really hard to get here, and I'm really proud of myself.
Tina Suchodolski has escaped abusive relationships and addictions. She even lost her kids. But today she's a mom again, raising her children in her own home.
Being here, knowing that I'm safe and I'm doing well, I don't have to worry about that part of my life, which are the basics.
Tina is the newest tenant with Candeo Housing, a faith-based organization providing transitional housing to single-parent families. It all started in 2004 when a group of concerned churchgoers saw a need for affordable housing.
What it ended up becoming is this place, which is fantastic as a first step for women to come into as a transition from the challenges that they're struggling with initially, to have that help up and that hand up to move forward with whatever goals they need in their life. There's not a lot of options whatsoever for affordable housing, but then you look at even beyond that, affordable housing for people with multiple children.
According to statistics, Edmonton is short 5,000 units of affordable housing. With an increasing population and rising housing costs, it's getting harder for some single moms to balance the books. In the past, Tina had to couch surf and stay in accommodations where she didn't feel safe. Without permanent shelter, breaking down emotional walls inside became difficult.
It's been a struggle getting here, but I guess one of the main things I struggle with, other than alcohol, is my codependency. So being alone for me is really hard, especially when I've always had a partner who is not only violent, but abusive financially, emotionally, in every aspect.
The wake-up call came when Tina nearly lost her kids permanently to social services.
Up until then, I was on my pity pot. My children were going to get lost into the system, and I couldn't let that happen, because nobody parents my kids better than me.
So Tina took her life back into her own hands by going to rehab. She also took parenting classes and sought counseling. All this led her to Candeo Housing, who continued to support her not just by putting a roof over her head, but also providing her with mentorship, support, and friendship.
Domestic violence, addictions, involvement with children's services, those are all big challenges that women face, especially when they're running from a less than healthy relationship. We want our clients, our community members, to feel like they're supported, like they've got somebody who's walking beside them, not just watching them. Tina's just that much further ahead because she's already got that attitude of, hey, I've come so far, I can go so far.
When Tina was accepted as a tenant, she worked together with Candeo Housing to decide what rental rate was best for her family. On move-in day, ready to start a new life, Tina found out she wouldn't be starting from scratch after all.
What we're doing is we're providing furniture for them to start out with, unless they're coming with it. They've got bedding, they've got laundry detergent. We tried to stock the pantry and provide the dishes so that if they're coming from a place where they have nothing, they at least have something waiting for them so that they don't have to feel like they're still walking in with nothing.
So now I can go out and I can look for work, or I can go back to school, start. I guess the main part is working on my relationships with my family, my children especially. They're so bright and happy, considering all the stuff they've been through, all the abuse that they've seen. Um, they're really, really little troopers, and they make me proud. So.
Tina and her family must stay in the Candeo Housing apartment for at least 6 months, at most 2 years. This gives everyone time to transition. For Tina, it's learning how to juggle life with a couple teenagers, find a job, and maybe even go back to school.
In the long run, I'd like to help people. Be in a position somewhere in the city, working or investigating and advocating for children and elders in care.
Besides working on the relationship with herself and her kids, Tina is using this time to discover a new relationship, one with God.
I'm aware of Him. I'm aware of everything, whereas before it was all woe is me. Today it's like the house looks brighter. The leaves look more colorful. My kids are beautiful. Porridge tastes good. Things like that, just simple things.
For 100 Huntley Street in Edmonton, I'm Meagan Kelly.